Alright, so now we put in where this should be, and I almost like this side better than this, and I don't know why exactly. It comes down around a little bit. My pencil isn't real thin. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to really outline. Now I'm going to tell you something here in just a second. I'm going to use this little bit of rubbing alcohol and water mix, and I'm just going to let it sit for a second so it's a little easier to cut. Okay, I want to make sure I cut this right. Alright, so we're going to go down here, we're going to up and around, and we're going to come down first from the top down. Alright, we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to follow that line, and then we're going to come down from the top first. Alright, just like so. Now folks, I've done this for years, and you know, if it looks too hard for you to do it this way, you know, try on a practice piece. Any of the cuts I'm doing here you can easily do on a practice piece, and all that is a extra piece of wood that you might have that you can kind of goof around with, whittle all kinds of stuff on it. It's just for your use, and that's what I would recommend to many of you. You know, if you're not sure about doing a stop cut, try them on a practice piece. Alright, that's the best way you learn. And believe me, I did eyes a lot that way in the beginning. Okay, so now we have it pretty well outlined. Alright, so we're going to go over here and we're going to, let me see how I did that. Okay, I'm going to bring this down just a tad more. I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit more again. Notice how I'm pushing with my thumb, and my thumb's really controlling that cut. You know, just be careful. Take your time when you do stuff. That's all. That's all. Just take your time, and you'll be surprised what you'll come up with. All right. Now this isn't deep enough, so I'm going to go a little bit deeper with that. It's one thing you don't want to do with, I just did there, trying to pull it out with a thin knife like that. A little thicker knife, you can do that. This one's definitely thicker than that one, so I can do a little bit of prying with it, but you have to know your knives, folks, whether or not you can do that. Alright? Not every knife you can do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to make a little bit of a lip, and you'll see when we're done here, I'm going to do the hat here in a little bit. We're going to really exaggerate things, and you'll see that in just a second, and it makes it just a more interesting piece when you can do that. Alright, and we're going to take the lip out here, and okay, see how deep I went over there? It's the same thing over here. You just want to kind of go kind of deep. Alright, so there's our depth on this guy, but we're not done yet. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to finish off the hat, and we're going to put a nice big brim around him, about 1/4 of an inch or so, 1/2 inch. Whatever you want to do. If you want to put a thinner one up, you can. That's no right or wrong way of doing it. Do whatever you'd like to on that. Okay, that's good there. I'm just trying to make it even all the way around. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is take your knife, and we're going to do a stop cut. This is going to be the brim of the hat, and I'm going to follow that. Sometimes if you lean it on a table, it's a little safer to cut it that way, and try to do it straight down and in, like I'm doing right here. these are fun to do. I just really enjoy doing these cone projects. Like I said, I was surprised how many of you have looked at the Shepherd. I'd like to do a class on that come fall, or even one in the summer. If you would like to be part of one of those classes, please email me. I am going to try to find a place that I can teach here at the farm. And I'm hoping by September I'll have something. So if you're going to be in the area this summer or in September, let me know. And we can put your name in for one of these classes. Once I have all the information up, you'll see it. I post a lot of my events that I go to and stuff that I do. I put on my Facebook, so if you're not part of my Facebook page, please go to the Carver's Woodshop and go to the group, or go to Arlene Zomer, Carver's Woodshop, and join, do a friend request there. I had to make one to get the other. Alright, I had to be, you know, that's my carving stuff. You'll see another Arlene Zomer, that's more for my family and my you know, more for my personal use for my family and us to stay connected. So, even though many of them are on this one anyway. Alright, so see how we have that? Now, we're going to make that deeper, much deeper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and around, just like so. And we're going to dig it out again. We're going to use the tip of the knife. You're just going to see the depth? That is so much fun. And it's so much fun when the knife is nice and sharp. Really. It's a great way of doing things. Okay, see how deep that is? I'm going to do that all the way around that. And what we're going to do is we're going to just round off the back here. There isn't going to be a lot to this on the back because we're going to put his, like he's got arms, he's going to be sitting, you know, standing upright, but this will just be the arm portion. Alright, let me go back to the beard for a second because I see something I would like to do and I need to cut some of this out. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Alright. Now, I am going to recut all these. See what I'm doing? I just did a stop cut and we're going to follow the beard portion. We're going to make little V-cuts a little bit deeper and more noticeable. Okay? So what we're doing is we're just re-outlining everything, going back over everything. So everything's much more defined and much more deeper. See how deep I went there? We're going to go up here. We're going to take that little corner out and we're going to round this up a little bit so it gives it some depth. See the deepness in it? Now we're going to go up and we're going to go past the nose a little bit. We're going to redo that and put little V-cuts. And what do I mean by